2, 3. I'm an energy of G, and I want you to know, being fit, fab, and fierce is the way we roll. We eat veggies and fruit every day. Push salty foods out of the way. Move our bodies, jump and shout. Drink plenty of water, sugar is out. We're loud and proud with a huge attitude. But it's cool, you see, it's all gratitude. Energy up. Woo! I'm going to count to 3. I want to hear just you saying it loud and proud. Everybody in this room. Do you have a copy over there?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
I'm an energy of G. I want you to know, being fit and fab and fierce is the way we roll. We eat veggies and fruit every day. Push salty foods out of the way. Move our bodies, jump and shout. Drink plenty of water, sugar is out. We're loud and proud with a huge attitude. But it's cool, you see, it's all gratitude.
Energy up. Woo! I want you to take this home with you, and I really want you to get good at this, because we're in our 3rd week in our Energy Up 5-pointed series, and this week we're talking about jet fuel, meaning jet fuel, looking at our bodies as a Learjet. We are not dump trucks, got it? We are going to put the best foods that we have available, and we will make them available. Food, you are what you eat. It is that simple. And the things I'm going to talk to tonight, once the program starts, there's certain conversations I don't even get involved with when people ask me questions. It's not because I'm not paying attention. I know you're going to start changing. I know the way you look at things is going to start changing. So to even get involved with some conversations is not even the point. My relationship with food, I'm half Italian, mother, a great cook, raised on pasta and pizza and dough, and, my grandmother, Southern Baptist, loved to bake. As a little girl, I was constantly baking. So many young girls and women, if you think about it, who love to bake actually love to eat dough. I don't know about any of you, but when I would bake and start putting batter together, when I wasn't licking, that was minor. I was just, if it was dough, I was eating dough, like cookie dough. When that cookie dough ice cream came out, I was like, oh my God, I don't have to even pretend I'm making cookies anymore. It was just, I'm not saying all of you have that, but many do. And it's a form of food addiction, and it's a form of brain chemistry that this program is really built to make you understand, and why it's so important to understand these things and then ultimately get sugar out of this school, because sugar is the main driver of addictive eating. So many times, when I was a little girl, I was always around dough and that smell of vanilla and cinnamon, like Dunkin' Donuts, or when you walk by Cinnabons, that smell. I actually had to teach myself, okay, that smell used to make my mouth start watering, and I would start eating those things, and I could not stop. That's why I became bulimic. Bulimic is when you eat, and then you just throw up. Does everybody know that? Okay. It's horrible, because you don't have control of your eating, okay? You feel like a loser, and I can remember crying, and I was so insecure when I was younger. So insecure, afraid of things. And my brain chemistry, I was a mess. But people didn't understand it back then. And they've done so many scientific studies recently. And for some reason, the female brain, even more than the male brain, sugar specifically, something about the drug aspect of making you even, always feel like that insecure and never good enough. A lot of these things that we think, oh, it's just being a young girl. Well, a lot of it, it's very hard to learn and grow if you're fuzzy all the time. So this entire idea to have that conversation when we're first starting would be very difficult, because most of you are going into this program going, well, this looks like fun, but you know, oh my God, how am I going to live without these foods? How could I even possibly want to live not eating the things that you're so accustomed to eating? Yet I know once you give Energy Up a chance and you just start doing it, just take a leap of faith. You have nothing to lose but weight and depression. So, you know, you take, and part of it is you have taken that leap of faith, the ones, you know, you're here, you've come every week. And many of you are really starting to lose weight. When that scale starts going down, you're coming here and you're tasting all these amazing fun foods and you're learning things. All of a sudden the foods you thought you could never live without are like, I don't really think the same way about that anymore. Energy Up, what I want for you and your daughters is to eat what you want. I don't want you to become food obsessive, food crazy, but you're hungry, you eat something, you're done. You're not thinking about it 24 hours. It's not the love of your life. When you think about a food and the idea of living it without that particular food is so upsetting to you, there's a problem. You know, food is food. It's not meant to be a relationship. It's not meant to be your best friend. And I heard something tonight that I live for this kind of a situation. And if she hears, when I start talking, she'll know who she is, and if she wants to join in, she will. But I've seen this happen so many times. Somebody, you know, the energy starts coming up, the weight starts coming down, and they're like, Voltage, I was at such and such a place, and you know, for whatever reason, you know, I didn't think about it, and somebody just handed me something that they know I love it. And I started to drink it, and I went, this doesn't taste the same. Something that they loved a second ago, like a few weeks ago, they took a taste, and all of a sudden they said, I didn't say this to them, okay? This is because if I had told this person this a few weeks ago, she would have looked at me like I was crazy, okay? Or you know, yeah, right. I'm telling you, things start to change, your taste buds change. Things taste different. Is there anybody in the room that would be comfortable with talking about this?
I got a mouth anyway.
Angie, what did you say to me tonight?
Yeah.
And please share this with the room, because this is very important.
And I love Starbucks, and they all know me in there. Okay, I just walk in one place, they start making my drink. I just like got a free one, I was drinking it, and I was like, took another sip. I couldn't even take a third sip, and I threw it out when I walked outside. And I was like, and there was caramel in there. All right?
And sugar.
Yeah, and sprinkles with caramel. Okay? And I was like, oh, and whipped cream. So,
listen to this. This is big stuff, ladies. This
and
is
I wrote
big
it
stuff.
down. It was today. It was funny that it was today. And I couldn't drink any more of it, and I had to throw it away.
Wow.
That would have walked home.
Woo!
Thanks. That would have walked home with me and went in the freezer, and I would have had it the next day or tonight. And it's in the garbage on Zip Mars.
And, no, but Angie, it came from your heart,
Yes,
though.
no,
She
it
didn't feel guilty drinking that.
No.
She drank that, and she
I'm
said,
teasing about it, but yeah.
I don't really like this the same way anymore. That is the beginning of eating and drinking what you want and changing what you want. It is possible. One of the biggest fears about changing your eating and changing your life is that you can't do it. Or how I'm not going to be able to live without that. But what I'm telling you, if you give it a chance, it will start to change. Your brain chemistry starts to change. What you like starts to change. And that's the beginning, ladies. And honestly, I thank you so much for, because this is what this is so cool.
Yeah.
And it's, Angie, it will happen to each and every one of you with all different things. And this is not about learning how to be deprived and get used to it or live with it. This is not about getting fabulous willpower, doing something because it's good for you, but you don't want, but it's not happening, okay? That's not what Energy Up is. And some of these things can take a lot of time. None of this happened overnight. We've been eating and drinking, you know, as old as we are. That's how long we've been doing it. And the way we were brought up, it's not our parents' fault. They didn't know. They didn't know, their parents didn't know. But guess what? We know. That's why this is so important. So being able to share that, and please, anybody, as that starts happening to you, what I change, but what takes a while. I'm gonna give you some hints. Honestly, I had to put together a program that really worked for me. I had this thing with cookie dough and baking and the smell of cinnamon and butter that would just, my saliva, I actually worked like with myself and I started connecting that smell to dog poo. Because to me, whatever smell is like, dog doo-doo to me for some reason is the most disgusting smell in the world. Find out whatever your smell is, whatever like is disgusting, and something you think you love, start connecting it with that smell. Our brains are powerful. And if you really work doing that, I go in now because I do love my coffee. And if I'll run into Dunkin' Donuts or something to get, no sugar of course, to get a coffee, I'm almost holding my breath because that smell makes me sick. And I'm in there and I'm like, oh, could you please hurry my coffee? I have to get out of here because the smell makes me nauseous. And everybody's like, you're like, what are you creating? What do you mean the smell makes you nauseous? Because I taught myself that. So you can do that. Whatever kind of tip or whatever you need to do, and if there's something and you want to come and share that with me that you have a real particular problem with, we'll sit down and come up with a formula and we'll come up with a strategy. Because these things, you don't grow out of this, ladies. You don't. Your daughters aren't going to just grow out of it. It's not like we grow up and one day the light goes on and we decide to eat healthy. We got to really, first you have to deprogram, literally. We have to deprogram the way we think and then build strong neural pathways in our brain to really loving things that work for us. And that's really what Energy Up is. So, big applause there. And anybody else that, when this starts happening, or if you're stuck on something, speak up. Is there anything that anybody's a little frustrated with that and again, when you come into this room, this is like AA or Vegas. What happens in this room or what says in this room stays in this room, okay? So we're really here to support each other and certainly not judge, because me on my, you on your worst day, trust me, ugh, please. So is there anything that anybody's having any kind of frustration with, or they're trying and it's just not working, that maybe the group could help? Anybody having any issues or things that are hard? Anybody?
Everybody.
No, okay, what do you have anything?
I can't give up chocolate, I can't.
Have you? No, okay, no, honey. So you can't give up sugar because it's not chocolate, it's the sugar.
Not sugar, just chocolate.
No, but the chocolate, it's not the, no. If I give you chocolate with no sugar.
I give up the ice cream, I give up the donuts, I give up a lot of
everything.
Things, but chocolate,
no.
I honestly, I hope one day you'll just look at that differently.
Hopefully, but
I mean, you eat,
trying, but I can't.
Well, it's been 3 weeks. Okay, and you've done very well. Have you lost? I mean, is the weight? Have you lost a little bit, or?
Yeah, like 2 pounds. Total like 3 pounds. Yeah.
Well, 3 pounds is really good, honey. So give her applause. Come on. So do you have sugar every day? I mean, you have chocolate every day.
Actually, for the last 3 days, I didn't get any chocolate. But today in the morning, I tried, but I couldn't. So I had.
Sweetheart, just try. It's like alcohol. Do you have? Well, I guess
no,
it's.
I never drink.
I'm sorry. It's like people. Do you still smoke?
Sometimes, not.
Okay, so maybe your chocolate. I mean, you have a little piece and you're able to stop.
No, I couldn't stop.
Well, of course you can. Okay, back up. Go back to 1 day at a time. Count every day. 1 day, try, I'm not having chocolate today, and just try to start building your days, because honestly.
If I didn't get the chocolate, I'm in a very bad mood. I'm so nervous, I keep yelling to everyone.
That's because sugar is a drug. Yeah. Ladies.
Like when I quit smoking, it was so easier for me not to choke.
Ladies, America's #1 drug is not caffeine, and it's not marijuana, it's sugar. And that withdrawal that you're talking about, just work through it. Because if you give into it, it's like then you go back to day one. You have to do it 1 day at a time. And just be open in your heart that you'd like to get rid of that. And even if you don't mean it, keep saying it. Words are power. If you keep going, I can't do that, I love it too much, you'll stay attached to it. Just you know, understand sugar's not your friend. And you're coming to this program, and I'm here to support you.